And thank you, Jesus, for my brother in Christ, Caesar.
And thank you, Jesus, for my brother in Christ, Nick.
Amen. Well, I think that was a pretty good prayer, don't you?
I think so too. I think we really touched the Lord on that one.
You know, I was getting that feeling as well. Well, I think it's time to start.
Anytime it's good time.
Prayer. Not even once.
It was uncalled for.
It was
not uncalled for. What's the word I'm looking for?
It was
Backwash.
It was backwash. It just wasn't good at all. Absolute shite. Came out of your mouth, spat back out into it.
It was just one of those days.
You ever drink another man's backwash, Caesar?
My dad's.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Besides his, that's normal for everyone.
A friend of mine in elementary. Well, it wasn't his backwash, but it was pizza day.
Oh, okay.
It was elementary school. It was a Friday, pizza day.
Yep.
And they usually, I don't know, because I haven't been in elementary school in a while. So
yeah, at least 2.5 years.
Right. And then the pizza Fridays, the pizza always came as like a rectangle. Like
yep. In that white like little box with like
plastic.
No. Yeah, it was a white like square like box with round edges and the plastic on top.
No, ours was just in like it was like a bag of chips. Like you open it and the pizza was just there.
Okay, well, was it the same kind of like?
It was see-through.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was like wax paper kind of. Yeah, all right.
No, not even wax paper. It was just like it's like little Debbie snacks. They come in plastic shit.
Okay,
yeah,
that kind of plastic. All
so
right.
it came out, and then it was sauce, cheese, and it was like little square pepperonis. Now, I love pizza.
Those are the good pepperonis too.
I love pizza Fridays, man. Okay. I would eat that shit all the time.
And the best part about having the see-through containers, you can see which one is the bigger piece. You don't get fucked by getting a tiny one. Because sometimes, I've talked about this before in my middle school, we can get Domino's pizza by the slice, and they come in their individual boxes. Well, the boxes were the same sizes, but you best believe those pizza slices weren't. Some of them would fit the box. Like the edge of the crust would be like poking out. I'd be like, geez, I can't even close this again. And some of it would be like you could shake it around in there. You'd hear it moving back.
Is this a good one?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I wonder what it is.
But here's the thing. Back to the backwash. It's not really backwash, but one time I finished my slice and I was with my Filipino friend because those are the only people who talked to me in elementary school. Because my elementary school was ghetto before it is what it is today.
Ghetto and racist.
Ghetto and racist, dude. That's another story I'll tell after this. But wasn't really racist, but well, maybe he was. I don't know. But that's so I finished my slice and my buddy only ate half of his and he didn't want it. He's like, I dare you to eat the from the side that I bit it from. And I not only ate from that side, I finished the whole fucking thing.
I would have done the same thing. I'd be like, okay, bet.
So it's not backwash, but his lips and stuff were on it.
Yeah, his sensual, perfect, sweet little boy lips were all over that pizza.
Yeah, that nice fucking 5-year-old lips wrapped around a piece of pizza.
Yep.
It's something only God can imagine being as tasteful as it is faithful.
God created pizza and God created little boys. It's peanut butter and chocolate.
It's like Adam and Eve.
it's like
chocolate dip banana.
Yeah, there you go. It's like racism in elementary school.
Yeah, like right now. Well, this is another story. We're just talking about my terrible, poor ghetto elementary school. So it's not. I don't know if this guy was racist, but I was like in 3rd grade. He was like in 4th or 5th. Just plain old white guy. And I was sitting at a bench one day because my dad would usually take me to school like half hour, 45 minutes before class even started, just to get me out of the house. I'm all right, so here, So then I sit down on a bench and I'm just twiddling my thumbs, doing fucking whatever I'm doing at 8. And then some guy comes up with his friend, and I shit you not, he's just talking. He's like, dude, fuck these teachers. I'm so tired of this fucking shit here. All these rules, just talking out of his mouth. And I'm not saying anything because in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And then he just sits down on the other side of the table with his friend, and they're talking. And then as he sits down, he sees me. Obviously, I don't know if they fucking didn't see me before, but then he looks at me. He's like, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to leave. And then he just looks at me, and he's like, 1, and I 2, and then I got to 4. And then right before he said 5, I got up and left.
I think you told that before, yeah. Interesting. It's interesting what kids will do to be cool, especially when you're in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Yeah, that was a weird time. And I think I have told that before, probably. I would imagine so. But he's not right. I have. I think you remember this too. Maybe we brought it up before. But when we were in high school, that substitute teacher that was bananas.
Wait, which one? Was it the dude or?
Yeah, the bald dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember him. Yeah, he said he was like writing a book, and then he was like writing a book on politics or something. And I was like, "What's the name of this book? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna read this whenever you're done with it." I do remember something like that. Yeah, this guy's crazy. I want to see what you have to say, weirdo.
Did you ever look up the book?
No, I forgot. I
Oh,
wrote down a note, and then I guess it's deleted or something. It's lost to ages. Just like he probably never finished it.
he probably never.
It probably
Well, he probably
does
got
not exist.
arrested before he could even finish it.
Yep, a friend or died from in ingesting illicit substances, numerous amounts of illicit substances.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially when he was doing his substitute teaching job.
Yeah, he was quite off his rocker.
Donald Trump got shot.
Yeah, so
You
well,
heard about
almost,
that?
yeah,
Almost.
yeah. But by the time this is coming out, this is 2.5 week old news. But yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. By the time this does come out,
yeah, I saw like there's diagrams now of it where it's like people have modeled like his head and seen the exact trajectory and like how close it was. Because there's that one like I don't know if it's like Fox News or CNN or something, but whoever they were filming the exact angle, and in one frame of it they saw the bullet and you could see it like whizzing by like in frame, and it's.
I heard it's
crazy.
like he turned his head at the right moment, and
Yep,
that's what
it's
saved his life.
exactly what it was. It was a lot of shit going on about it when it first happened. Like people were saying, like, "Oh, it wasn't even a bullet that like hit him. It was like the bullet hit like some glass. It was like a piece of glass that like hit his ear." But then afterwards, it's like, "Wait a minute, where was their glass around?"
Yeah, that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. But and then I guess one person died. It's like behind him, which makes sense too. You know,
What? Somebody
yeah,
died?
yeah. Because someone who's like protecting his family, like went over. He was in the stands behind him, and then I guess he got shot and died. Yeah.
Why? And they didn't say shit about that, huh?
No, it's been reported in
Oh,
some
okay,
places.
good.
Yeah.
Some places.
Yeah, but it's the there's a lot of, especially when it happened, there's conflicting reports. People reporting on different shit. Like I said with the glass, I heard that like it was like a shard, but no, it was like a bullet that like went by. And yeah, you could see. And some people have done like like wireframe images of like his head and like when he's moving. And yeah, it's like during one of his ranting or not ranting, but just like improv going off the teleprompter. He's doing his gesticulations, doing some of this, and that could be what saved him. His
Just being himself.
his Italian appropriation.
Well, he's not Italian.
No, that's why he's appropriating it. He's appropriating the hand movements.
Oh,
You
yeah,
use
yeah.
your hands to talk unless you're Italian, unless you're an Itai.
Unless you're an Itai or Donald Trump.
Yep, very true. Those are the only two circumstances you can do it.
I saw a video of what had happened, but I saw it from the perspective of one of like the reporters there, and as they were shooting bullets, this guy was just with his camera. I'm gonna get a good picture of this, and that was the shot of like face front where you see Trump like put his fist up.
Yeah,
and
no,
shit.
you did that. He's like, I'm fine, yeah. And then, that was a lot of people were saying that's what won. Trump's gonna win now. That won him the election because people are like, people are sympathetic, so they'll be like, oh, he almost got shot at, and that'll give him the vote. But I don't know if that's exactly the case.
Well, there's a pretty strong candidate running for it too. There's let's be honest.
Dude, RFK, the dog eater,
the man
who eats dogs. Did you hear about that? Did you hear about that? RFK eating a dog.
What?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah.
RFK eating a dog.
Yep.
No, but if you look at the current of what's going on, there's not too many good options to choose from anyway. So,
no. And also Biden has COVID. I guess he's got COVID.
Oh God, now?
Yep. He put out a tweet, or his publicity team, whoever controls his Twitter. I refuse to call it X. It's Twitter. Whoever controls his Twitter, they put out a tweet that said I'm sick. And there was a follow-up tweet that was pinned of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And it was like a
God.
But he does have COVID. He is literally sick with COVID. He does have COVID. He does have COVID-19. I don't think so. We're in the year of our Lord 2024. COVID-19 is 5 years old at this point. We've got the ivermectin. They're just pumping. He's got 15 IVs, pumping them full of ivermectin in every single second of the day.
And don't forget about Robitussin. That'll clear up anything.
Drinking it, just glugging that tussin.
Well, this is what you got to do.
A tummy full of tussin.
If you're sick, this is a good cocktail to make.
Tummy.
Tussin tummy. So you get a glass, right?
Yep,
right
and a nice whiskey glass, one of those rounded ones.
Nice whiskey
or a
glass.
nice like snifter that you use brandy for. Some you can hold like this, or in a nice like red velvet robe with like black or like purple like lining on the inside.
Do you have one?
No, I wish I did. I wish I was that cool.
Mine's only blue on the inside. It's not red.
No, that's we don't give a fuck about that. It's nonsense. But anyways, yes, this cocktail.
So you grab a glass, right? The nice whiskey glass, and you grate 4 cloves of garlic in it, right at the bottom. All right.
Yeah.
And then you get Robitussin. You put half the bottle in there, half. And then you get a Sprite, and then you fill it up almost to the brim.
Yep.
All right. And then you mix that around, and then when that's done, here's the topper. You get baby bottle pop crush candy, and you just douse it right on the top.
Yeah, like that. Do you rim it on the glass a little bit?
Yeah, you rim it on the glass with chamoy, and then you lick the whole rim before you down the cocktail.
And then you say "Ole," and then you just do the whole thing. Yep.
Ole.
That's it. That's cure to COVID, folks. You heard it here first. That's one-stop shop. Biden, you best be listening.
You better be fucking this. That's five ingredients to the perfect concoction.
Garlic, tussin, 7-Up, baby bottle pops.
And then
That's
chamoy.
4. And chamoy. Yep, there you go.
I mean, yeah, it's the 5 steps. It's like a 5-step in like an AA
Yeah,
program.
it's like except you remove God entirely from the equation. There is no God in this circumstance. In fact, God is dead. And Nietzsche was right. The only real God is a whiskey glass, tussin, garlic, Sprite, chamoy, baby bottle pop dust. That's your new God.
It's like the flying spaghetti monster. Sounds believable if you're confident and make it sound convincing.
Yeah, I'm a fervent believer in Pastafarianism.
Now RFK Jr. eating a dog. Let's get on that.
Yeah, so apparently,
Not RFK Jr. Who was it?
yeah, no, RFK Jr.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah, this guy, the RFK Jr. Yeah, him. Worm brain, the guy with worms in his brain.
Worm brain.
Worm brain. This is before he had worms in his brain. Maybe eating the dog got worms in his brain. But it's like pictures from like over a decade ago or something. He still has like black in his hair. He's still a bit younger. But he's like holding up this like you know how like, if they do like a whole pig, they like split it down the middle and it's like splayed and it's like you get that nice like brown skin on the outside and like twist over spit, but it's like splayed out. You know?
Yeah.
It was that, and they were like holding it up, and he was like getting a bite out of it. And apparently he sent that message to his friend. He was like, "Yeah, this is a dog or something along those lines," because he was in like Taiwan or some Asian country where that's normalized, And he sent that message to a friend, and he was like, "Nope, this dog I'm eating." And then those got revealed recently, and he was like, "No, that was actually a goat." He was just trying to play it off like, "No, I didn't eat a dog." That was, but yeah, it's.
But it obviously probably has like the bone structure and everything.
I mean, either way, you can't tell because there was no head on it. It's just like the arms and just like the meat, So it could be like a baby lamb or something, But the first thing he said was dog, and now he's backpedaling. So who knows? I'm going with dog.
To cover it up.
Yeah, I'm going with RFK as a dog eater.
Okay, but let's be honest here, Nick. If you went to an Asian country and they served you a dish and you didn't know it was dog and you ate it and it was the best thing on earth, and if they told you, this is a delicacy here, it's
Bing Chong Hu.
Bing Chong, whatever that.
Bing Chong Hu.
Is that a dog?
No, I just making up racist raisin sounds.
Bing Chong.
It's not racist Asian sounds. It's racist Asian sounds.
Right. Sounds about right. And then, but you ate it, and then they told you afterwards it was dog.
I'd feel a little bad, but if it was that good, I'd probably do one of these like, man. I wish I didn't know that. But if I knew beforehand, I probably would be like, nah, I probably wouldn't. I would try a lot of animals. I'd eat horse. I'd go to France and eat some horse. I'd try some horse meat. Yeah, in France, they eat horse.
But it's nice and tender. That horse. You see the hump on them?
Yeah, they fucking run. Dude, all that running, you best believe that's some tender meat in there. They got it going. Especially if you get some like racehorse, you get some nice thoroughbred after, it's broken its leg after like 5 years. They got to put it out of its misery. That's some nice
Well, yeah, you might as well eat it at that point. It's useless.
Yeah, it's like a watermelon. You spit out the little pellets from the gun you shot it with.
Oh.
Yeah,
you don't shoot it?
You don't just shoot it in the head to play its bitch. No, you load that bitch up with lead. You just get a Tommy gun and just fill it up.
Well, I usually hang them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way they stay out to dry for a bit. That way you carve it like a nice piece of Spanish jamon or beef jerky.
Yeah, exactly. You lash them around the neck, and you just yank it over a tree and just hang it. Watch the horse.
No, here, you do it in a couple easy steps, all right? First, you got to get you a rope dart, all right?
You got to make the horse stand on 4 really big stools. You got to kick them all out at once.
And then you get up in your tree while wearing your Assassin's Creed outfit, and you throw the rope dart at their neck, and then you pull them over the tree.
Yeah, you gotta hold. You gotta lock on with left trigger, hold Y and press back so you fall backwards over it. That's a trick a lot of people don't realize. You gotta hold back. That's how people miss out on that achievement. They don't hold back.
I fucking love holding back.
Well, once I learned to do that in Assassin's Creed 3, I did that for like 20 minutes. Just hung dudes all over.
It's so fun, especially when you're in the forest. You're just out there, and the guys are walking around, and then
and then you just pretend people walking by like, "Oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here."
Hey neighbor, and then you're like, keep walking.
Hey neighbor.
Hey neighbor. The rope dart goes in. You ever see it? I think we talked about this already too, but I brought it up, that video of the guy just spitting that rope dart and hitting shit off of it.
No, but I think you might have shown me it before. It sounds kind of familiar. I can imagine in my head just like
And he was like, he would throw it and then grab it like halfway as it's like throwing out, and that shit would just like move in like any direction. Like, oh my god,
yeah, cause it's so crazy about fucking physics. On a rope, you get it forward, then you got a little, that'll travel along and make it do shit. It's crazy.
I know.
I saw something recently. I don't know what it was. Yeah, it was sexy.
Oh, you got the wrong guy then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm smexy. It's different.
Okay.
Smexy and sexy are two different things.
No, it's like the smexy is when you're loaded with smegma. I'm full smexy right now. I'm full of smexy. I'm smexied up. That's another thing. Speaking of cheese and hanging, I learned about the oldest type of cheese imaginable. Or it's something on Reddit. It's on Today I learned there's an ancient type of cheese that is made from you take like a baby goat or something, and then you take a baby goat.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, and then you slaughter it, and then you take out its stomach after it's still filled with its mother's milk, and you hang that to dry out in the sun until it naturally just turns to cheese on the inside of the stomach, and then you cut it open, and then you get the cheese.
Ew.
Yeah, well,
is it good?
It's probably very stinky cheese, so yes.
Probably full of probiotics.
Yeah, quite a few. At least 7.
At least 7.
At least 7 probiotics.
I would not try. I would probably die if I had a slice of that.
Yeah, no, I don't even like blue cheese, really. So I'm
not a big blue cheese guy either.
If there's just like a little bit, it's fine. Or like in a blue cheese like dip. Like I've had blue cheese and it kind of tastes like ranch, just a little bit. It tasted like off ranch. It tastes like ranch that was almost going over its date. You know, that's how blue cheese tastes.
Well, it's just
which it kind of is.
Well, which kind of is, but it's just. It's just the fact that I'm knowing that I'm just eating mold kind of makes. But then again, I can't say shit because I like kombucha, so it's like essentially almost the same thing.
Yeah, that's just moldy dirt water.
It's just moldy dirt water. But you see, that's classy.
Yeah, fair enough. That's you gotta dip some blue cheese in there. You gotta get some of those blue cheese crumbles and.
What I like is a cheese in a salad, like feta cheese and mozzarella balls.
Yeah, ooh. And a mozz ball, yeah, or
like little balls.
Oh yeah, like a Caesar
not big
salad.
balls; they're too big for my mouth. But the little balls, you ever see the little mozzarella balls that come in a bag?
Yeah, we used to have some. We were at Little Caesars to make something. We had some type of thing that needed those balls.
Oh,
it was something.
Quattro. No,
it was something. That was cool. That was a good pizza though. That was no, it was that. Yeah,
was it that?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing now?
Probably not. That's like a special
4 sections on one.
4
pizza.
sections, quite annoying to make, but because like you do the pepperoni and the very annoying. But they got that they got the.
But your pretzel crust is back. I hear that.
Is it? I know it was back a while ago, but I don't know if it's still back.
I don't know. I know you love that fucking pizza.
I love me some salt. I love me some pretzels. Whenever we go to Ontario to the Improv, we go and walk around that mall. That Wetzel's Pretzels. It calls my name every time. I love me a good, nice, big, soft pretzel. Dip it in some nacho cheese, some jalapeno cheddar. Delicious.
This is what I do. I go to Panda Express, right, and I get orange chicken, and I eat the orange chicken. And then I buy the pretzel and dip the pretzel in the orange chicken juices.
There you go. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Makes me feel like shit afterwards, but I love it.
I bet. I felt like shit a few days ago. Well, not really, but just going around in circles in the Gutty Works area.
Oh, diarrhea.
Yeah. More like just like a waterfall, just literal liquid. But it's fine. It happens. It happens.
I've been there. I know how it is.
Happens, but it feels great though.
Well, I mean, I bet, because you're getting it out of you.
Yeah. It's an interesting.
But it probably doesn't feel too good the next day because, like, when you have waterfall shits, you can't wipe that shit too hard because then after like the 5th visit to the bathroom, you're gonna be all like sandpaper down there.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was just like twice,
then you're
in like a 40-hour minute span. But what you do is you wipe as much as you can, then you get in the shower afterwards, just to be like just to make sure.
Oh, you shower afterwards?
Yeah, not always, not every time, but this time I was like, just to
the
be
second time,
just to be sure. Both times I was like, all right, just be sure. Let's be safe.
I'm gonna wipe my ass real quick in the shower.
Just bend on the shower, just spread my cheeks real quick.
Yeah, spread it on the shower head. You're like, all right.
Yeah, you get the detachable head and just like Melissa McCarthy in Identity Thief, where she's making herself come in the bathtub.
That was a hot scene.
Yeah, very much so.
Especially when she gets railed by that other guy.
Yeah, that big
biker dude.
I watched it yesterday. What he calls him? He's like, he said, call me something. Call me. It was like, call me Big Buddy Ted Tuck or something. It was 4 names.
Big Buddy.
And it was Big. I'm pretty sure Big and Buddy were in there, but there's 2 other names. It was some hilarious
Some sort
name.
of. I love that movie. I haven't seen it in a while, and I was literally gonna watch it the other day, but then I didn't because I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been thinking about that movie a lot lately.
It's pretty solid. After watching it, I realized it doesn't quite make sense. Doesn't if you think about it for more than like a minute, it's like, well, this isn't why
Well,
why
no,
is
but
yeah,
do most comedy movies make fucking sense? Look at role models. You think they're literally?
I haven't seen that
Dude,
in a while either.
I saw that the other day. I fucking love role models. But you know that movie doesn't make sense either because it's two guys who literally go or are going to jail because they drive a truck up on a fucking school fountain and they say some terrible shit at their Monster Energy drink bullshit thing conference in front of the school, and then Paul Rudd is like, guys, you know life sucks. Just telling 50-year-olds life is shitty, and they go to jail, and then the solution is oh, go to this program and watch over some kids and do some community service. You really think they let two fucking idiots around these fucking kids?
No, community service definitely picking up trash on the side of the road. Definitely
Yeah.
not back in a situation where they have to care for children. That seems
No.
completely antithetical to the crime that they committed in the first place.
Exactly.
Which is endangering children.
Endangering children and a hate speech almost too.
You know what? You know why life sucks, kids? It's because all these, and then it cuts and they're in jail. There we go. What'd you say, Paul Rudd? Say it again. Say it in this microphone. Oh, he did it.
I don't know, man. It's just, but as long as it's funny, that's all that matters, really. That's not really supposed to make sense.
Yeah, as long as it gives you some slight chuckle.
Like Ted. Ted doesn't make sense.
No,
Talking teddy bear and shit.
Well, that removes you from reality because it's a teddy bear. And then he fucks that one hot chick in the back of the grocery store.
And he gets promoted.
Yeah, he gets promoted for it.
That's the kind of energy we need. I'm gonna give you a promotion. You got a lot of problems.
I do. I remember that. You got a lot of problems, don't you?
The first Ted is so good.
That was great. God, that kid is crazy. At the end of it, the antagonist kid, he's fucking nuts. I think even Ted says at one point, he's like, "Jesus, kid, you're fucking nuts." Something like that in his fake Peter Griffin voice.
I hear the series of Ted
Oh yeah,
isn't too bad.
anime. I hear it's pretty good. Actually.
I hear it's pretty good too. The second movie, not so much, but the series
I
I
remember
hear.
the second movie. I don't think I've even seen it.
No, just watch the first one.
Yeah, just
Mila
watch it over
Kunis
and
is very high,
over. As always.
as always, even now.
That was before the scandal with what's his name came out about raping those women. So you can still enjoy it and wank
Well,
it to her.
I would still enjoy it
Yeah,
because she didn't do anything.
No.
She may have tried to endorse and support the things that he did,
Yeah.
but that's
She
besides
may
the
have
point.
done nothing, and she may have done nothing about it while it was occurring at the time. But that's fine because hey, she didn't do anything about it. She did nothing. Isn't that something to be proud of?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah,
Bystander effect. Yeah,
yeah. Everybody starts clapping in the neighborhood.
yeah. We didn't do anything either. Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know.
Speaking of,
I was gonna ask you how your day was today.
Oh, it was good. And also, speaking of crazy, I finished watching a movie today
Oh
that I
no.
started yesterday. It's called Nothing Bad Can Happen.
Oh no.
And you know why that title is especially ironic? Because it's a German movie.
Oh,
That's
God.
how you know something bad's gonna happen.
Was it a Nazi movie?
What?
A Nazi movie?
Oh no, I thought it was an Oxy movie, like OxyContin. I was like, wait, what?
Oh no. Well, that's bad too. But
Yeah, but,
that's only after if you had 3 of them.
Yeah, but I'd prefer Nazis to Oxys, but yeah. But Nazis on Oxys? Ooh boy, that's a whole other ballgame, folks.
What about Aussies?
Ooh, Aussie Nazis on Oxy? Oh damn! I now I'm back in.
No, that's a movie I'd watch.
Now that's a movie. That's gonna be the next trilogy we got to develop. It's like
Yeah.
Space Demons. Whatever the
Aussie
fuck that was.
Nazi Oxy.
Aussie Nazis on Oxys. Oh Christ! Yeah, it's this movie.
The ANO.
Oh fuck! That's every good new movie needs an acronym. Nothing bad will NBWH. See, that's not a good acronym, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, that's not a
So
good
it's a
acronym.
German movie. I forget the German name is like Tortanz or something.
Torta?
Torta, yeah, but it's like Tor, it's like T-O-R-E, and that's also the main character's name. So there's probably like some wordplay, like somewhere had like Japanese names, like characters and kanjis, it can like mean a thing. So there's some there, and then Tanz, but it translates basically to nothing bad will happen. Or maybe that's just the English title because there's like a specific nuance in the German version. But either way, it's a movie about this kid, and he's it's part of the Jesus Freaks movement. Which I think that might have been like much bigger in Europe and especially around like Germany and that sort of area where like Not like it's like a hardcore punk like aesthetic, but it's all about Jesus, like hardcore Jesus. They have like punk Christian Jesus music, but it's like German, so it's like really intentional, but it's still about
Mm.
Jesus and preaching like the gospel and shit. And he
When did this come out?
I don't know, I think it's like 2013 or 20 within the last like 15 years. It's
Oh.
pretty recent. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's with this group, and they're just like, it's like a commune basically. They're just like, they're all like living together, and it's like one like plot, basically. And he's like roommate or whatever. He sees him coming with a girl, and he's like, no, that you're supposed to wait until marriage, because he's like he's super into it. He's way into the Christianity. And then he in the beginning of the movie, they see this like family, like their cars broke down. Him and his friend, they put on the car. It's like, hey Jesus, our friend's car is here. It's fucked up. We don't have the tools to fix it, but maybe you can help us. Come on, help us out, Jesus. And then, oh, wouldn't you know it, the car turns on. And they go on their way, whatever, and they're telling me, oh, we have the Jesus Freaks. We have a meeting every Friday. We have music. And then it's like a whole big thing. And the main character, he has epilepsy. So then he's like having fun. He has a seizure in the middle of the floor. And then the dad from the family, I guess he came to check it out. And then no one's helping him. So dad picks him up, takes him back to their little camper for the weekend or whatever. And then he starts taking care of him. And he becomes part of this family, basically,
Like the family that's
that he helped in the beginning with the truck, where that he helped.
I see.
Yeah. And it slowly turns into just sort of the dad, because I think he's like an adoptive father, because they say like, yeah, oh, the kids, they don't look like you. And he's like, yeah, they're not mine, or they're either like adopted or they're like the moms or something. So he doesn't have the exact connection to him. Then it starts getting fucked up, where the dad starts getting jealous of him because he just bought his daughter for birthday like a stuff like kangaroo, and he got her like an iPod, like his old one that had like music on or some shit, and he's like jealous of that, and he like punched him in the face, and he's like, oh, it's a joke, but he's like, oh, well, you know what kangaroos do if you meet one? They punch in the face in boxing, and that's how he, it's like a joke, and it slowly builds up to them just like basically torturing him. And then even the wife gets in on it, because the husband's like, oh, look, they stop feeding him for some reason. It's like, no, we're not going to feed you for whatever reason. And then the husband's like, oh, I found this in his tent, because they're making him sleep in a tent in the backyard. There's like some rotten chicken that he stole from the garbage. And the wife's like, well, he stole it. He should eat it then. So they make him eat the rotten chicken. And they start mistreating him, and then it just goes to shit. And then eventually they just like beat him, and they basically just like leave him for dead, because they have like friends over, and it's like, oh, well, we fucked him up. So they take him in the truck and leave him. And then the daughter and the son of the family, they escape and fucking leave, because it's a shitty family. Because the dad also was like sort of pseudo molesting the girl, because he was like, you just see when he's like touching her and shit. And yeah, just not great all around. And at the end, you find out it was based on a true story.
Oh, that's good. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, but it's not exactly the same. So like in the movie, it's like the guy
he molested himself.
Exactly. So in the movie, the guy's like like I say, he's a Jesus freak. That's the name of the group is the Jesus Freaks. And he's super, and he's like, Jesus has a plan for me. Whenever he has these seizures, these epileptic attacks, he sees himself as communicating with Jesus. So there's one part where you see him having a seizure, but it's like you see Jesus like the what's it called, the crucifix, the stigmata, like the bleeding, and you see him like go down, like embrace Jesus' hands, and it cuts, and then he's just having a seizure. So it's like, but that's what he's seeing when he's having these seizures. He thinks it's Jesus communicating with him. That's how he's doing it, and that's what he perceives it as.
God.
And he's like, he's one of those religious people who's like, I'm here for a purpose. Like God has put me here for a purpose.
So he's just insane.
Well, no, he's just he's I don't want to say ignorant, but he's
blinded.
He's too deep in the sauce. He's lost in the sauce. He's lost in the Jesus sauce. He truly is a Jesus freak. So he's like, okay, what is Jesus' mission for me? And he meets this guy who's the shitty piece of shit dad, and he's like, this guy is my mission. I have to somehow make him a good person now. So that's what he goes back to them for. Because even after he gets poisoned, the daughter takes him to a hospital, but he comes back because he's like, no, this is my purpose. I have to be here to try to, make this right for some reason.
Because he feels like he has to.
Exactly, yeah. And then it cuts later, and then the group family comes over and they're playing, and he's like, and he takes on stride. Eventually, even the dad takes him to like a gay motel just to get raped by fucking dude, just like for like emasculate him and torture him and make money off him. And he's also taking his social security, his like welfare money as well. That's another aspect. He's just like robbing him and just like exploiting him for everything he can get, like torturing him. But this guy keeps coming back because his faith in Jesus and Christianity and Reformation and his family and his man is that powerful. And he's like a martyr in his, and I guess in the end it is kind of, he is sort of a martyr in a way, because his death or whatever allows for the daughter and like her brother, however they're related, to escape or whatever. But in real life though, the real story is he wasn't a Jesus freak. He was just a mentally disabled man, but he wasn't super handicapped. He was able to go out and live on his own to some degree, which is why he came to this family, and they also they took his welfare, like which is where that element of the movie came from, and just abused him as well, and just exploited him, took his money, and then just tortured him basically until eventually they were in like a fight, and like the dad smashed him like a stool, and was like beating him with a stool, and
Oh
then
my god.
yeah, and then like later on he died, and it was probably similar. They just dropped him somewhere, and then similar events took place. But yeah, they're fucked up. People do crazy shit.
That's a life I'd like to live.
Oh yeah, as long as you're the dad part.
As long as they make it into a movie, then I think that's fine.
Yeah, then you get royalties, or at least your family does after your untimely death.
Yeah, after your untimely death.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty fucked up. People do terrible things.
Oh god, it's like that one guy. Oh, what was it? Was I talking to this about you? It was I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was about another movie, or it was a story related. Oh no, I think it was actually another friend that I was talking to about. Never mind. So I'm gonna cut this off completely because it's not related to this at all. One, because I don't remember the documentary she was talking about, so that doesn't help.
You don't remember anything about it?
No, well, I mean, it's about like an older gentleman, and like he would like his daughter was kidnapped for like 20 years, but she was just like in an underground base, and he was like raping her and shit.
I think I've heard. I think I've probably heard about that. Yeah.
And then when he got like psych evaluated, they're like, I have been having these urges my whole life, and I was just tired of holding back. So he just fucking, not just to her, but to other people too, apparently. But
yeah, some people are just pretty knuckin' futs.
Yeah, I don't understand what clicks in their brain when it thinks, but obviously, everybody's different, but not in a good way, or but
for some people, like the people in this movie or whatever, it's part of it could be like the willingness of the person they're torturing, or the fact that there are no consequences being received. Because in the real life, they were doing this like this disabled man who he had a mother, but she didn't know where he was. He didn't have like close friends or family. He was just getting welfare checks that are just input into his account. So there's no. It was easy for them to do it. So it's part of it's easy. They're not getting, it's not as repercussion. Part of it was probably because he was mentally handicapped. So they probably detached themselves from it as well, because they saw him as lesser because of that. So there's a lot of ways to get your mind to that place. If you're already sick in the head, you can
to understand it, sure, but
still fucked up.
No, of course,
I can understand the psychology behind it, but it's still pretty awful.
I do it.
Yeah, if I was driven to nothing else, or I was just having a shitty day, I just want to have some fun, I'm just poking fun.
Well, yeah, something different.
Yeah, or exactly, that's the other scenario, is that you're just a psychopath and you're just like, yeah, so why not? If I can, let's see what the human body's about.
I can get away with it.
Cut.
Yeah, slice, dice.
Yep, cigarette on the eyeball.
Oh.
Yep.
You never had a cigarette burnt out on you before, right?
No, but I have dropped ash on myself, and that's kind of similar. So
it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
My I burned my thumb earlier.
Oh yeah.
And then I did the old trick that my mom taught me when I was younger, was to run it under hot water. That way the burn cancels out the burn. Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works, but goddamn, does it hurt?
Yep. Or it's like you do a lighter over it, and
I can't do that. The direct flame. That's too much.
Yeah, we don't do direct. You do like an inch over, but so you can still feel that heat and shit. But yeah, apparently that is weird for some reason. How it does kind of help. I guess it's just whatever the stimulus getting in there.
My dad would tell me as a kid, a remedy was like, stick your hand in the pot of refried beans or whatever you burn. That'll cool it down too.
Oh God!
I mean, it worked, but it's just weird,
because it's like your whole hand is burning except for thumb. It's like, well, now my thumb feels okay, but not just the whole hand is.
Well, you just lick it afterwards. It's a good snack. Yep. Get a tortilla, rub it out on there.
Yeah. You get 2 tortillas and you just go. I've probably
finger licking good.
I probably said this before, but you could bite through your fingers as easily as you can bite through a carrot.
You could.
Yeah.
That jaw's strong.
I think about it a lot. And your fingers are weak. Those phalange bones.
Do it right now.
Not the greatest. Yep. Sometimes I've almost, well, not almost, but I would like, whenever my hands were like dead or like asleep, all tingly, I would do it. And you don't feel it, but you just feel like a pressure or something. And it's interesting.
Well, I've been cracking my fingers a lot lately, and I've been feeling like some tension on my thumb because I've been doing it too much. I'm like, I got to stop doing that.
Yeah, I've been doing it. Same with my wrist. I love cracking my wrist like that.
Yeah, it's a good one. I cannot do.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like a little sore, and I'm like, or it's like weird, and I do it a certain way. So I think, I probably shouldn't do that too much.
If you do, you should do it the other way every now and then.
Yeah, sometimes I do. I'll do one of do one of those. Yeah, and when I do it down, it gets like this part, like the front part of my wrist. And when I do it back, it gets like this part.
Why?
I
Just
could-
because?
so
Well, I can't say shit because sometimes I crack my fingers up against my head.
All right, I actually did that when I was like middle school, just like because it's right there, just because it's fun.
You hear it?
Yep, and it feels kind of interesting and weird. But I don't know how one time I just figured out I could like crack my wrist like that. I think I was doing like crack my knuckles or maybe I was doing this because that's how I sometimes crack like my hands, I
Mhm.
guess. And I felt my wrist, and then I just went like this one day, and then it happened, and I was like, oh, well. And then it feels
But
nice.
you can't
though.
crack your shin.
I can crack my toes. I can like right here, like
That's not your shin.
sometimes. Oh, we're just like right here. Oh, I know that's one straight bone. You crack your knee maybe, but if I just
Sometimes I crack my knee when I'm laying down in bed. I like fold it quick
Oh,
and then
yeah.
like pull my leg up and then I just feel it shift.
So let's see if this is how I usually crack my knees. I just get and I go a little bit.
I heard one.
Yeah, I think
A
it
little
was like
pop.
I was like over here. Yeah. But it's nice when you get like 2 or 3 in each one. It's like, and it's like, oh yeah, I feel like the nice
I like
tension.
it when I do it for
going
my
out of there.
back.
Yeah,
You do the nice
twisties. Yeah, or the nice neck snaps.
Little neck snaps.
great.
Little toe taps.
Little toe tap, little
Jazz
tip
hands.
tapping taparoo jazz hands. Yeah, boy,
Da, da,
you
da, da, da.
crack your fingers back and forth, man, just like, twisting it to the side is like crack, then
Ooh, 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 ooh.
oh geez, that'd be weird, like some sort of alien configuration.
I saw my uncle lose a finger one time.
Ooh, oh no.
Yeah.
Never gonna crack that finger again.
No, definitely. Well, he's never gonna come back. That finger.
Nope, he is not a lizard. He missed out on those genes.
He missed out on those genes. Now he has a nub. So every time he says hi, it's like this, like, hey. Yeah.
Someone's like, "Hey, fool, why don't have signs of me, Holmes?"
No, that's not a sign for anything.
Yep.
It's just,
So imagine he does that, and then some gangster think that's a sign, and they cut off one of his other fingers, and some other gangster thinks that's a sign, and he goes, just a whole
just keep doing it till
whole
he has-
cycle. And so he's got that. He's like, "Where's your fingers, Holmes?" And they cut off his hand. It's like that's disrespectful.
Stop waving that nub at me, dog.
They just slowly start slicing up, just like slices up and up, Well, that'd be a funny world we live in.
It's a funny world we live in now.
We live in interesting times, which is not great.
No, well, no, but it's interesting.
Very
It
interesting.
affects us periodically, I should say.
Periodically, yeah.
Periodically.
I try to feel too much effect of the things I can't affect myself, But even still, you will. No matter what it is, you'll feel the effects, whether it's in taxes or new laws and regulations. You'll get it. You'll get it one way or another.
We always get it one way or another. That's just a part of the system, man.
That's just part of America. This is America.
Strike the Trump.
Ain't it hysterica? I don't know.
Hysterica, America reminds
When
me
did
of...
when that song came out with Donald Glover? This is America. That was like we were in high school. That was like 2016.
Yeah, it was like 2016,
that was a while ago.
2017.
Remember when everyone was like, "Oh, he shoots a guy in the video," and that was like a whole big thing.
Well, yeah, but he didn't actually shoot him.
No, but imagine someone made that video nowadays. People, no one would give a shit. It'd be like,
No.
whatever. It happened in the video.
I shot myself yesterday and I missed. That's not
I turned
impressive.
out fine. Donald Trump did it.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird things going on.
Lots of crazy. Lots of terrible things in these interesting times we live in.
But it's fine because we can eat our sorrows away.
You definitely can.
I had 5 fudge brownies today. You know how much calories and shit is in 5 fudge brownies?
quite a few calories, and probably a couple other. What else did you say?
Fudge brownies.
But you said what is it? Calories and what? Carbs?
Sugar.
Yeah, it's got quite a few sugars in it too.
I know. It doesn't help when you put ice cream on it.
That's what you need though.
You know-
We got some fucking French vanilla. It's like good yellow vanilla.
Oh,
with
the
all
tint.
With that egg yolk
That
in it.
hue.
Yeah, we got some like candy, like peanuts. It's the bottom of the cans. It's like all like the bits, So
So you put that on ice
drizzle
cream.
that over up. Yeah, so it's nice chocolate syrup over it. Fucking nice little peanutty hint to your nice yellowy vanilla ice cream. Delicious.
I like that yellow vanilla.
It's the yellower the better.
The yellow, it's like thrifty, like French vanilla. That dark yellow.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
what you want. That's
Ooh.
that really dark there. Yeah, it's got a specific taste. It's not
Childhood.
yeah. It's not exactly vanilla. It's the egg that they put in there. It's something, but it makes it quite delicious.
As long as I can eat it, that's all I care about.
As long as I can shovel it in at 5 spoonfuls a minute. That's all that matters to me.
I've been watching some lady online make ice cream sandwiches,
Nice.
and like she gets like the pine, the small pints of ice creams, and she just cuts it for
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
filling.
yeah.
But every time I watch it, this bitch puts way too much ice cream on these fucking ice. And I understand it's your recipe, you can do whatever you want with it, but that's too much fucking ice cream.
Yeah, it's like, how you gonna bite this,
Yeah,
Sharon?
it's
How you gonna
literally
bite that?
it's like 2 cookies like this. Those good sized cookies are
Yeah.
big, and then for this much ice cream, I'm like, I'm gonna get a toothache just biting
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I guess if you just like put it in a bowl and you like eat it like like that. But at that point, the ice cream put cookies on top. The point of the ice cream sandwich is eat it like a sandwich.
Yeah. I mean, you could eat it that way. It's just a little too much for me.
A bit much.
I do half of it. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, because then you can make 2 of them.
You know what? I miss the Choco Taco.
Ooh.
I miss the Choco.
They
And the
still have
dibs,
those.
I fucking miss dibs. The
Dibs.
dubs.
Oh, yeah. Dots?
Dot, no,
Dibs?
not
I think
dot.
they're
Dots
called
is that
dibs.
shitty gummy candy.
Yeah. I think they're called dibs.
You know, the red thing.
It's like the weird like balls of like ice cream.
Yeah,
and
like squares or whatever.
They still have, if you go to the fucking paletero, they'll have those.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And those weird little chicharrones, fucking pinwheel things.
No, I
They're
love
like the
those.
wagon wheels.
I fucking love
Why are they
those.
that shape? Doesn't make any sense.
They're
Why?
beautiful because it's just the perfect vessel for the lemon and the hot sauce.
Yeah, it gets caught on all the ridges, all the spokes.
And
on
in
that
Spanish, they're called Doritos.
like all Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
Dorito.
Doritos.
Whoa, huh. I'm trying to think of what that means, but not knowing any Spanish.
I don't fucking know. That's just durable. I don't know.
Very, you can roll them on the ground for miles.
It's like bay wheels.
Bay wheels?
Yeah,
Not
it's
bay blades, bay wheels.
Bay wheels. You don't remember that?
Nope.
I think I've talked about it before. It was right after the hype of the Beyblade season ended. And they started making tornado blades and then, bay wheels.
Oh, I think I remember.
wheel.
Yeah, it was a wheel. Yeah, no, it was just a
So
wheel. Yeah, it
fucking
wasn't the top.
stupid.
It was a wheel. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
didn't
very
last
dumb.
That didn't last very long.
No, because they wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop rolling. It was a wheel. The whole point was that they would
It
stop
kept
at
going.
some point, but they
It's like
they
the
just
Chef
kept going.
Boyardee can of the old commercial. That shit would just keep going.
I wish we could have those old type of commercials back. Just
I miss those commercials.
weird. I remember watching that Chef Boyardee commercial all fucked on. And feeling sad for that little girl because her mom told her she couldn't get the can of Chef Boyardee. It's like, what the fuck, bitch? Can of Chef Boyardee. How much was that back then? $1.25 for that goddamn can of
Delicious goodness.
spaghettios and meatballs. Fuck out of here. And then I thought, and then in my little traumatized child mind, I'm thinking, well, she's got the can. She's gonna take it to her mom. Her mom's gonna get pissed. Where'd you get this can from? Did you steal it? This Chef Boyardee can, as good as its intentions may have been, have caused this girl unknown worlds of hurt.
As good as the commercial was, it wasn't very practical or realistic.
No,
My mom would have beat me if I brought a random can into the house.
That's a can I told you to put away. Smack. We got to write a sequel movie to that girl. What happens as soon as the commercial ends? The follow up. We just play the commercial, then it cuts like a gritty, realistic, like real dark camera. Just follow behind her. It's no music at all. Just like slow camera. She's walking around. Mommy, can I have some SpaghettiOs? Mom just looks at her. Where did you get that? It just turns real dark.
Why do you?
Where did you get this Chef Boyardee?
Smashes it in her face. Look at this fucking.
Did you steal this? Are you a thief? Is that what I raised? A little thief? Just turns terrible.
Oh, that would be pretty awful.
It just goes, you know what? I'll be back. Stay right there. She comes back like one of those like Costco like things where it's like the cardboard box, like 16 cans. You're like, Chef Boyardee so much, you're gonna eat a whole carton of them. Just makes her eat 16 cans of Chef Boyardee, raviolis, and fucking meatballs galore.
Oh God.
It's like
it probably would be all right. But
yeah, but 16 cans, that's a lot of shitty processed sauce. They got a lot of sauce in those cans. Those cans are mostly sauce.
you just got to turn up the Italian, baby.
Yeah, turn it up a little bit. Get a
Bathe
little-
in it.
yeah, there you go. Just dip your hand. Do it just
Good
like
for
that.
the skin because of the olive oil they put in there.
Yeah, that olive oil.
You know, going back to old commercials, you know what I miss? I miss the old State Farm commercials, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and then they pop
Yeah.
up.
With a sandwich.
With the sand,
Yeah.
oh, hot tub. You know, I miss those commercials.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. See, back when they weren't sure about it, they were so apprehensive about the State Farm jingle. Now it's just everywhere. Now we know State Farm is there, but before we weren't quite sure if the magic was real or not.
Now all we get is Jake from State Farm.
And it's not even the real Jake.
Yeah.
Goddamn DEI got my Jake from State Farm.
What?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. That DEI.
Oh, that's an acronym?
Yep, that's everyone's talking about now. The DEI, you gotta get the DEI and everything. Diversity,
Oh.
equity, and inclusion.
Oh,
Goddamn
God.
DEI got my Jake from State Farm. Can't have a good old fashioned American boy wearing khakis. Now we need some colored fella.
It's all ruined now. What is this country coming to?
I know it's incredibly racist, but in the current day context, some people colored it's just kind of funny.
Yeah,
It's just-
well,
it's just funny. It's removing the racism from it. If you just in a vacuum, it's funny. I don't know why I think that, but it's a funny word to use.
well, there's a lot of funny words you can use to describe people.
Yeah, like
not even sometimes. Yeah, like this. No, just starts naming everything. But no, like of course, in your own culture and race, you could stick to what's appropriate to it. But like, there's funny words that aren't even like derogatory towards race or like a certain type of person in general, anyways. Like in my culture, they call almost every fat kid fat.
Yeah,
Like,
they call them, what is it?
Like
Gordo.
gordo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Every kid's fat guy's name
and
is
even
Gordo.
they don't know your name. They're just like,
No,
oh,
your
he's
name
fat.
your name is
He's
Gordo.
fat.
Yeah,
Gordo.
and
Yeah.
sometimes your name is Gordo. sometimes you're just unfortunate enough to have that name. It sucks.
It's either that or you got like 4 fucking
Poncho.
ponchos. You get 4 ponchos. You get 4 fucking fucking chewies. You get 4 chewies.
Yeah, nacho. Yeah, nacho.
You get
Nacho.
fucking everybody.
Chewy. that's how that.
Dude, I got 4 chewies in my family.
That's maybe like a Southern California North Mexican thing. I think it's chewy. it's crazy. It's crazy how each like nationality and like specific area has like their names. Like in Asia, it's like Lee. That's like the whole thing. It's like a bunch of people named Lee. And, you know, yeah, Poncho and Chewy. So many Chewies. So why? I don't know why. What's
it's just a nice name.
What's
Dude.
the etymology behind Chewy?
It's just a nice name. If you're Chewy, you're Chewy. You know, your name could be like Ronaldalo or something, but everybody knows you as Chewy.
Yeah, it's mostly because your name is some long ass like old Mexican.
Yeah, they don't want to fucking pronounce
they don't want to
shit.
say Ronaldalo the whole time, or it's
It's awful.
Yep.
It's quite awful.
It's quite awful. That's why you just got to change your race entirely.
That's why I'm tired of being Mexican.
Yep, just got to
50 family members. I want to go with 14. That's a pretty good number.
That's it. So, and most of the time, you're only going to keep contact with at least 3 of them.
Yeah, good.
Yep, the rest
I'd like to be alone.
The rest of them you just know as your family members. Like, yeah, they're living in Sheboygan or whatever the fuck.
Sheboygan.
Yeah,
Isn't
they're
that
doing
Michigan?
the thing over there.
Yeah.
Whenever they just random place, a lot of times it is Sheboygan because of good old Chicken Joe from Surf's Up.
Good old Chicken Joe from Surf's Up. I love that guy.
Yeah,
probably dead now. But
oh yeah, long dead. Yep.
You know who else I miss?
Who's that?
Scrappy Doo.
Yep, he turned into a giant animal dog at the end of a Scooby Doo 1.
Now he's just gone.
Yep, I don't even think he wasn't even in the second one.
No,
Crazy.
No. Why? I missed that little guy. It was small Scooby.
Yep, maybe the war crimes he committed got out. They became too large. He did too much in the small island of Guam, and the American government couldn't let it go unnoticed for too much longer.
That's what happens when you have one too many Scooby snacks.
That's what happens when you don't spay neuter your pets. They get sent to Guam and terminated by the U.S. government. They get drone striked by Biden.
They get drunk. No, Obama.
They got drone struck by Obama. Good old
Obama.
He was in Bin Laden's little camp reading over his animes and hentais.
I did that earlier.
Yeah,
Read in my camp.
No, it's reading your camp.
Yeah.
You got a whole camp set up. Where's this camp located?
It's in my backyard. I got 4 tents, 4 big tents.
Nice.
3 of them are empty. I just sleep in one, but it's just nice having options.
Yeah, you can rotate around. You can put stuff in another one. Shields it from the elements.
Mm-hmm. Then I have a hammock.
Nice. Do you have it in the tent or hung up between 2 tents?
No, because the tents can't support my weight, so I have it on 2 fat tree trunks.
All right.
Yeah.
I see.
It's a nice spot. I get to lay there naked, and then I feel covered and surrounded by the hammock when I wrap myself in it.
Yeah, exactly. And then everyone flying over the plains, they can look down, they can get a nice little peek at you from above.
Oh yeah, well the ants are getting a peek because my testicles fall through the holes, because my balls just sag that long.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. Sometimes they drag on the ground when I swing back and forth, but it kind of feels good when you get like that little rub sensation.
Yeah, it makes it easier to shave because you got that one spot that you don't even have to worry about. It's the hardest one to see because it's right on the bottom of your scrot. You can just look on all the sides,
I remember my mom vividly as a child
shaving my scrot.
Shaving my scrot. No, I remember her on like sanding her ankles down.
You have a little pumice stone. Yeah.
Not even with a pumice stone. It's out on the concrete outside, just some water.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Scraping that shit off.
That's the way to do it.
I need to do that. My feet are awful because of all the fucking shoes I wear for when I'm walking around and shit.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of holes in your socks.
No, you do.
Good. Yeah, I got tons. I don't think I have a single pair of socks that doesn't have a hole in it.
I used to have underwear that had some holes in it.
Yeah, those you gotta get rid of pretty quickly, or just not, or don't.
No, I don't get rid of them. Until
it's already got holes in it. It's already got a hole in it, anyways.
Yeah, a few of them.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Yep. Yeah. Ideally, you have that third one.
Well, ideally, if you don't, it's okay because you just pull it over under your balls.
You just pull it all the way down, all the way off every time, even when you're out in public, all
I
the
never
way
understood.
off.
Some people, I see some people do that. They just take the whole thing off and let it fall on the floor.
I mean, if I'm taking a shit, I'll get fucking. You want to be comfy. I don't go shirtless. I don't have that intense of a shit streak. But
Oh, sometimes I do. I get it real bad.
so
Like,
you just get real hot and sweaty. It's like, oh, I gotta.
you know it's bad because the shirt sticks extra hard to your back that day.
Yep. Then you're just looking at your fat rolls floating over down in the toilet, and you're just like, what am I doing?
Well, I'm just trying to push that shit. I'm
If you can
feel
see,
like
you
gargle.
can see your stomach recede as the poop falls out of you.
I was backed up the other day. I was constipated again, but it came out. I've been feeling pretty good the past couple days now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
So let's hope you don't jinx it.
I know. I got to drink more water. That's the problem. You
Yeah.
got to stop drinking all this Diet Coke. It's bad for you.
Yeah,
But it feels so good.
They say regular cocaine is so bad, but why did they make a diet version? I don't know what's so different about it.
There's no fentanyl.
Yeah, well, that's what you want. That's what gives you the extra bit of oomph you need to start your day.
That's how I wake up in the morning.
Yep,
Hit my fentanyl pipe.
Yeah, hit my fentanyl pen.
My fentanyl pen.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like my CBD pen, but it's right next to it actually, but it has a big F on it.
There's a big FU for fentanyl use.
Fentanyl, FUO, fentanyl use only.
There we go.
Awful.
Or maybe you guys can enjoy some fentanyl while you listen to some music recommendations.
Wow, music
Ooh.
recommendations.
Ooh.
Ooh. My music recommendation is by the Pixies.
Ooh, nice.
I don't remember what album it's from, but it has a lemur on it. And I can't remember the year either. But the song is called Have You Seen My Girl? Well, it's a great song. Great vocal harmonies between the lead singer and the backup singer. And just a nice guitar part overall. Straight rock. Easy peasy listen to. Something just to kick back.
As opposed to gay rock, which is awful.
No, that goes all over the place and doesn't shut up. But what can you do?
We don't want gay rocks in our garden.
No. Straight as they come. And round.
My music recommendation is a recent single, I think, from Freddie Dredd. It's called POS, which we all know stands for piece of shit. Let me over here and just make this little. There we go. Just make it.
Right, of course. No, I understand.
It stands for piece of shit. Because,
Yeah.
we all feel like a piece of shit sometimes.
Right now.
And sometimes you just gotta, sometimes you just gotta let it out and let the world know, hey, I'm a piece of shit.
And you can be one too.
Only if you like and subscribe to this podcast.
Why don't you do it right now?
Do it. You
We'll
piece
wait.
of shit.
My leg! Vibin.